So in Tanya, the book of Tanya, which is authored by Rab Shneir Zalman of Liadi, classic work of Jewish mysticism, Jewish psychology, he says something very interesting. If you ever want to check it out, chapter 37. It's a real fascinating take on charity. He talks about tzedakah, and he says that why is it the biggest mitzvah? It says in some places charity compared to all the mitzvahs in the Torah, greatest mitzvah, greatest thing a person can do. And he says it's directly connected to the same resistance. Why is the hardest thing to do? You find people are ready to give their time, they're ready to give advice, they're ready to do a lot of other things. But money is one of the things that is very difficult for a person to part with. And he explains it's because money represents, he calls the word chaya nafshe. He calls it, let's call it chaya nafshe, how would you say? It's like life energy. We don't just see money as something you can buy something with. You see money as a somewhat of a symbol of all of you, of your ingenuity, of your intelligence, of your time, of your energy, of your everything. So it's not just, someone asks you for some little piece of, okay, it's one thing. But money symbolizes that. And therefore we're completely bound to it. It's like someone would be asking you for your flesh and blood. You're not ready to give people your flesh and blood. And I'm not talking about a blood donation, which is replenished. And he says, therefore, the material world, by definition, is about me, me, me. That's how matter defines itself. The world of spirit defines itself not by me, but by giving. To take a simple example, the basic law of physical physics is that everything occupies time and space. You sitting in your chair, I sit in my chair. If I want to occupy your space, you have to get up from your space and give it me. If you share some food of yours with me, you have less. If you share some money, you have less. That's the laws of materialism. Matter is defined by how much you contain, you obtain, or how much you hold on to. When it comes to spirit, let's take love. Two people can be sitting in different chairs, but they can love each other and transcend time and space. You two people who hate each other can be right near each other. You can love someone 1,000,000 miles away. Because love, which is a matter of the spirit, is not defined by time and space. So when a person is a person of spirit, giving is very natural. There's no reason to hold on to anything because it doesn't define itself by what I have. Where a person is completely defined by materialism, then they're defined by what I have. What I don't have makes me less. Because we're material creatures, that's how we think. That's how we think in acquiring things and why we hoard, why we hold on to things. Now, this doesn't mean a person shouldn't have a healthy sense of ownership or a healthy sense of, I've earned something. That's not the point here. The question is, why is it so difficult to part with?